Do you have an idea that you care about, something that excites you when you think about it at night, something that can genuinely help people or maybe change your life, but you keep telling yourself you're not ready? Maybe you believe you need more experience, more credentials. Maybe you think you need to look better on camera, sound more polished, or maybe have a bigger audience first. Maybe you're waiting for the perfect moment when you have more time, more money, more confidence, and more clarity. And some of those reasons may actually be legitimate. Real preparation does matter. So how do you know the difference between wise preparation and fear disguised as perfectionism? Because most of the time, you don't become ready by waiting, you become ready by doing. By the end of this video, hopefully you'll understand why waiting can actually steal your momentum. And more importantly, I'd love for you to learn exactly how to build real confidence as you go, which is what I'm doing one step at a time, all the time. And stick around to the end because I'm gonna give you a few strategies to feel readier. Let's talk about what readiness really is, because I think we've been lied to about it. We've been sold this idea that readiness is a destination, that there's this like finish line where suddenly, magically, we'll wake up and feel completely prepared, confident, certain. But readiness is like a moving target to me. It's always one more thing away. So we'll tell ourselves, once I take this course, I'll be ready. Then we take the course and now it's, well, I should probably take the advanced version too, or I need better equipment first. Then we get the equipment and suddenly it's, oh, I should probably study other people on how to do this to start. So I'm not saying learning is bad. Education really is valuable. Preparation does matter, but there's a possible trap. Like we can prepare forever and still feel scared when it's time to act. And the reason for that is because readiness isn't a feeling, it's a decision that we make. Remember when we were kids learning to swim and there was no amount of watching swimming videos that would make you feel ready to jump in the water, at least not for me. You could study the technique for months, but that first jump, it was terrifying no matter how much you knew. The feeling of readiness came after you did the thing, not before. And fear is really creative. It'll disguise itself as wisdom, as being prudent or common sense, but actually it says, if you never try, you can never fail. That's what it's saying. And while that protects us from failure, it also protects us from growth, from success, from becoming the person that you really want to be. So when you catch yourself saying, I'm not ready yet, ask yourself, is this wisdom or is this fear? And if any of this is already hitting home for you, tap a like or drop a comment saying that's me, so I know I'm not the only one dealing with this. So wisdom says, I need to learn this specific skill to be effective. Fear says, I need to be perfect before anyone can see me. Wisdom says, let me practice this technique. Fear says, let me wait until I'm never scared. And that's the difference. Think back to anything you've ever gotten good at in your life. Maybe it was driving a car, cooking, having difficult conversations, your job, parenting. Were you really ready the first time you did it? Probably not. You learned by doing it scared, by doing it poorly, by making mistakes and adjusting. I remember my first time driving on the freeway. I was so scared. My hands were sweating. I was convinced that I was gonna cause an accident just by merging into another lane. Did I feel ready? Absolutely not. Did waiting at home make me a better driver? No, it didn't. I became a better driver by driving, by experiencing that fear and just doing it anyway, and by making small mistakes in low-stakes situations and learning from them. That's how all growth works in most cases. There's just one shaky step at a time, unfortunately. But what's good about this is that every time you do something before you feel ready, you're not just building a skill, you're building a different kind of confidence. It's the confidence that says, I can handle things even when they're uncertain. And you're teaching yourself that discomfort won't destroy you, and that imperfection is survivable, that you're more capable than your fear wants you to believe. There's actually a concept in psychology, it's called self-efficacy, and it's your belief in your ability to succeed at something. And research shows that the #1 way to build self-efficacy isn't through studying or visualizing or even through encouragement from others. It's through mastery experiences. In other words, actually doing the thing and seeing that you can handle it. You can't think your way into confidence. We have to act our way into it. Now you might say, but what if I put something out there that's terrible? What if people judge me? What if I waste my time? Those are valid concerns. I put out terrible videos and I'm sure I'll put out another one, so please don't come for me. But just ask yourself, well, what's the worst that can really happen? Usually the worst case scenario is you learn something, you get feedback, you improve, or you realize that you're resilient. Best case scenario is that you progress, you gain momentum, and you inspire someone else. You create something that's actually meaningful. So the cost of inaction is always, always higher than the cost of imperfect action. And if you need some support with just feeling stuck, that's actually why I created the Unstuck audio series. It's what I listen to when fear tries to talk me out of something new. Let me tell you about when I first decided to start posting videos and creating the Unstuck audio series. Here's the thing, I use my voice in my career all the time. I'm comfortable as a voiceover artist. I know how to use a microphone. I know the technical stuff, I had the skills, but when it came to creating my own voice and content for audio, to put my voice, my ideas, my vulnerabilities out there, I was a little terrified, because when you're hired to use your voice for someone else's project, it's not personal. You're reading their script, delivering their message. So if someone doesn't like it, they're not rejecting me, they're giving feedback on the delivery of someone else's words, not mine. But creating the audio series and creating videos in general, that was all me, my thoughts, my experience, my perspective, and that meant if someone didn't like it, they were rejecting something deeply personal. And that's what made it so scary. I kept telling myself that I wasn't ready. I needed to study more creators, wait until I felt more confident, wait until I had the perfect branding and all the things. And then there was another layer of fear. I was also building my creative business in art and making and promoting the keychains. And in my head, I was thinking, how does this even make sense? Like, inspiring people with content and handmade keychains, people are gonna think that I'm all over the place. I'm going to confuse my audience. I need to just pick one thing. I felt very scattered and unfocused. And like I needed to figure out the right way to present myself before I could move forward. But then I realized waiting for it all to make perfect sense was just another way of me staying stuck. So I just did it anyway. I recorded the first audio, the video. I convinced myself that no one would listen, but I just kept going. And what happened was, not all at once, but gradually, I started to see how it all kind of fit together. The keychains weren't separate from the inspirational content. They were both about the same thing, giving people tangible reminders to just keep going. Little touchstones of encouragement, whether it was words in your ear or something that you could actually hold in your hand, it was all serving the same purpose. I didn't figure that out by sitting and thinking about it. I figured it out by doing it, by creating the content, and I discovered my voice. And by making the products, I understood what I was really offering. And by doing both, even when it felt messy and unclear, I found the thread that connected everything together. It came together because I started before it made any sense at all. It looks nothing like what I thought, and it may look different in a year from now, and actually I hope it does. Every video taught me something about what resonated. Every audio, it helped me understand what people needed to hear. And yes, it was uncomfortable. Yes, I felt exposed. I felt worried about judgment, but I also discovered that the discomfort, it didn't kill me. And on the other side of discomfort was clarity. So I could not have thought my way to that clarity. So how do we put this all together to help you? How do you actually move forward when you don't feel ready? Number one, break it into smaller parts. The whole project feels overwhelming because you're looking at the mountain, not the next step. Make the next step so small that your fear can't even argue with it. Strategy two, practice in private. Not everything needs to be public at first. So give yourself permission to be bad in private, I like to call that. So do a test run, maybe record a draft, create a presentation without an actual audience there. You don't have to share everything you create, but you do have to create it. Strategy three would be build a proof page. This is one of my favorite techniques. So you're going to create a document. It can be digital or physical. It's where you collect evidence that you're capable. So every time you do something brave, write it down. Every time someone gives you positive feedback, save it. Every time you show up, even though you were scared, document it. This becomes your evidence file, your confidence bank is what I call it. So when fear tells you, you can't do this, you open up that file or that book and say, actually, here's the proof that I can. Strategy 4, borrow confidence from the past. You've already done hard things, things that scared you, and you survived them. You can borrow confidence from those past versions of yourself. They're proof that you're capable of handling uncertainty. Number 5, redefine success. Don't measure success by outcome. Start measuring it by action. Your win isn't the client says yes. Your win is I sent the proposal. When you redefine success as showing up, you win every single time you take action, regardless of the result. I always like to end with a small move in this series. So what I want you to do today, not next week, not when you feel more ready, I want you to do it today. Do something unready. Post a thing you've been holding back on. Send the email that you've been overthinking. Record the first draft of a video. Write the opening paragraph of that book. Let it be imperfect, let it be messy, let it be proof that you're growing. Because here's what happens when you take action before you feel ready. You send a message to yourself, your brain, that says, I trust myself to figure this out. And that message is more powerful than any amount of preparation. You're teaching yourself that you're the kind of person who does things even when they're scary. And that identity, that version of you, that's who creates the life you actually want. You don't need permission from anyone or any experts or from your audience, not even yourself. I'd love for you to drop a comment and tell me I'm doing it anyway. Make it real. And if you need a little quick bite-sized reminder and some support when those doubts creep in or you feel stuck, the Unstuck audio series is waiting for you. You can try an audio completely free, and it's specifically created for those days when you just feel stuck and you just need a quick little bite size. They're like 1 to 2 minutes and it'll help you get past it. Leave a comment below, let me know what you think, and also I'll leave the link to download the free audio in the comments. Thank you so much. What else do I want to say? You can do this. I'm so excited to hear the comments and see what you all are going to do that you wouldn't have. And if you want to keep the momentum going with more videos, the next one in this series is right here or here. Just click on it and I'll see you next time.